Thank you for joining. Please like, comment and subscribe. In the year 1095, Pope Urban II received envoys from Byzantine Emperor Alexios I asking Western Christians for assistance in liberating large parts of the Eastern Roman Empire from the Seljuk Turks who had conquered large parts of the region since 1070. Responding to the call, Urban gave a sermon at the Council of Clermont in November 1095, which included a rousing call to arms for the conquest of the Holy Land and the return of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem to Christian hands. His appeal marked the beginning of the Crusades, a holy war for God, in which he guaranteed participants a place in heaven. After the successful siege of Antioch in June 1098, the Crusaders remained in the area for the rest of the year. There was dissent among the princes over what to do next, but eventually, on January 13, 1099, Raymond of Toulouse began the march south, down the coast of the Mediterranean, followed by Robert of Normandy and Bohemond's nephew Tancred, who agreed to become his vassals. On their way, the Crusaders besieged Arca but failed to capture it and abandoned the siege on May 13. Fatimids had attempted to make peace, on the condition that the Crusaders did not continue towards Jerusalem, but this was ignored. Iftikhar al-Dawla, the Fatimid governor of Jerusalem, was aware of the Crusaders' intentions, and therefore he expelled all of Jerusalem's Christian inhabitants. The further march towards Jerusalem met no resistance. The Fatimid governor Iftikhar al-Dawla prepared the city for the siege after he heard about the arrival of the Crusaders. He prepared an elite troop of 400 Egyptian cavalrymen and expelled all Eastern Christians from the city for fear of being betrayed by them. To make the situation worse for the Crusaders, al-Dawla poisoned all the water wells in the surrounding area and cut down all trees outside Jerusalem. On June 7, 1099, the Crusaders reached the outer fortifications of Jerusalem, which had been recaptured from the Seljuks by the Fatimids only the year before. The city was guarded by a defensive wall stretching 4 kilometers long, which was 3 meters thick and 15 meters high. There were 5 major gates, each guarded by a pair of towers. The Crusaders divided themselves into 2 large groups. Godfrey of Bouillon, Robert of Flanders, and Tancred planned to besiege from the north, while Raymond of Toulouse positioned his forces to the south. The Fatimids now had to be prepared to fight on 2 fronts. After taking their positions, the Crusaders launched their first attack on June 13, but the main problem was that they had no access to wood for the construction of siege equipment because all the trees had been cut down. However, Tancred had a vision of finding a stack of wood hidden in a cave, and they used it to make a ladder. A knight named Rainbold scaled the ladder to gain a foothold on the wall but was unsuccessful. Since that assault was a failure, the Crusaders retreated and did not make any attempt until they got their tools and equipment. The Crusaders faced many more difficulties such as the lack of water, the scorching summer heat of Palestine, and the shortage of food. By the end of June, word came that a Fatimid army was marching north from Egypt. The mounting pressure forced the Crusaders to act quickly. On the 17th of June 1099, the Crusaders heard about the arrival of English and Genoese ships at the port of Jaffa. The English and Genoese brought much-needed supplies and gave the Crusaders a renewed sense of hope. With their reinforcements, the Crusaders launched a final assault on Jerusalem on the 7th of July 1099. After a siege of several weeks, the Crusaders finally breached the walls of Jerusalem on the 15th of July. The city was taken by force, and the Crusaders proceeded to massacre many of its inhabitants, including Muslims, Jews, and even Christians who were mistaken for Muslims. The Crusaders established the Kingdom of Jerusalem, which lasted for almost 200 years. However, the kingdom faced numerous challenges, including attacks from Muslim forces and internal conflicts among the Christian nobility. The Crusades as a whole had a profound impact on European society. They led to increased trade and cultural exchange between Europe and the Middle East, as well as the development of new military technologies and tactics. The Crusades also had a lasting impact on Christian-Muslim relations and continue to shape global politics and international relations to this day. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.